Jumping into game number 2. The map, as you can see, this beautifully done map introduction. Got the campfire poles. It's kind of like Survivor. That's what this reminds me of. You ever like watch the series Survivor?
No, I've never seen a single episode.
Are you really? Are you trolling me?
No, I've never watched Survivor.
Where it's like they have a bunch of people on an island.
Yes, I
and they
know
have
what
to
it
do,
is, but
like,
I don't watch it.
Anyway, spawning to the top left location as the blue Zerg player. He won the first game, but I guess he was a little bit too his jimmies got rustled by that disconnect. He was unable to win the second game. Representing Team MVP, hailing from Korea, it is DRG. And spawning to the right, he was able to keep his composure through the downtime. Representing Root Gaming, hailing from America. That's right. Red, white, and blue. It is State.
So this game, State, goes for his tried and true gateway expand. In the last game, he actually hesitated a little. He wanted to go down the ramp and make the first pylon there, but he didn't. So all 3 games, he's gone for this gateway first and to gas.
It worked well for him in the second game when there was not a hatchery in his natural.
And DRG, once again, without getting probe scouted, he goes for the hatchery first. It's a little risky if State were to cannon rush him.
So I guess you could say State wins 100% of the time if there's not a natural hatchery. A hatchery in his natural.
We'll have to see.
For this series. He has a 100% win rate in this series when there's no hatchery in his natural. So.
And DRG actually sent another drone out just to check if a probe was coming. This is pretty safe. Just so he knows if a cannon rush were to come, he's going to see it well ahead of time.
Second pylon going down in the natural expansion of State. This does indicate he will be going for a quick expansion, so we probably won't be seeing any one base aggression out of State. Maybe some Zealot Stalker pressure, but that'll probably be the most of it.
So he started a Zealot just like last game.
State requesting pause. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to fix some settings while I'm at it. Why not?
But in the last game, the Zealot got cancelled as soon as he saw no early links, so we might see it this game as well. He'll have to cancel it really soon if he were to do that.
I think he is going to cancel because he's got 300 minerals as a probe in this natural.
The Warp Gate.
And
Nexus.
I don't think we can.
No, it's not us. It's Far Side.
We're not referees either. We really don't have any.
Yeah. Well, at this point of the game, DRG didn't scout with the first Overlord properly or correctly because of the spawns, and
that was
he has no idea what's going on.
And there we go. Nexus going down for State. The Zealot did get cancelled. We also have a Mothership Core on the way. That was actually... It was a 21 supply Nexus. I like it. Second gas going down for State as well. Still no Warp Gate research.
Yeah, I think because this is a 4-player map, State is going to probe scout as opposed to not scouting at all, which is what he's done in the past.
Overlord going to be drifting towards the natural. We'll definitely be seeing at least the pylon. I'm not sure if DRG will commit all the way, but I guess there's not really a risk. There's no stalkers, no sentry out on the map just yet. And here we go. Overlord drifting in, sees the probe, sees the forge, and can probably ascertain what State is up to. State checking the bottom right location, knows from the Overlord's direction that DRG is spawned in the top left. But looking at DRG, he's mined that 100 gas. He's got speed on the way. Still no third base just yet, but he does have a drone. Rallied.
Yeah, based on what he saw, which was a forge, usually people won't make a forge and then make a ton of gateways right away. They want to reap the benefit from the forge, so he knows he has a bit of time. If he were to get attacked by gateway pressure or an all-in, to be able to put down a third at this time. The probe.
Poor probe.
No, good.
What do you mean good? How's it supposed to hide pylons in the corners?
Yeah,
of the
well,
map?
at this point of the game, Slade has absolutely no vision of the map. Like,
I don't think he knows about the third either. No.
Yeah, for all he knows, it could be a one base all-in, even.
Oh, he's actually got the Stargate in the wall. I like that. Phoenix on the way. Interesting choice. I like Void Rays, but Phoenixes are cool.
Well, good thing for DRG, he saw the Stargate. He's pulling back his Overlords so they don't die to the Phoenixes.
Sentry on the way as well. Cannon going down. State playing it safe, not taking any unnecessary risks.
Whoa, is he? Oh. It looked like he was going to send a probe to make a third Nexus. But then
the Lings came.
Yeah, good. Good.
Phoenix gonna find this Overlord trying to hide. Unfortunately, Overlord's not very good at playing hide and seek. Phoenix gonna be killing it.
Wow,
slowly.
State is playing very greedy this game.
I like it.
For Forge, Stargate, and a 7-minute Nexus.
I like it.
But it gets scouted immediately.
No probe.
And upon seeing this, DRG starts turning all the larvae he has into Zerglings. He's thinking, I see a Forge, I see a Stargate.
Oh my god.
I see Phoenixes.
State never researched Warp Gate.
Oh, really? Oh, uh-oh.
Do you think he did that intentionally? I mean,
What?
Warp Gate is so
I don't
cheap.
think-
Like,
I don't
why
think
would you
anyone
ever
would do that intentionally.
skip Warp Gate?
That was cute. Did he lift his probe?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
That was awesome. Oh no, he did get Warp. Okay, he just forgot to
Oh.
move his gateways.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That was
It
scary.
would be a huge mistake if he forgot.
I like the cannon placement in between two pylons. Reduces the surface area on the cannon, makes it easier to defend.
Yeah,
Also putting
DRG
two gateways. Mothership
DRG
core
has
sorry.
30 lings, so what do you think? Is he
I
going
mean,
to get
I
a
think
cancel?
I think a few zealots plus the mothership core. I mean, this cannon is going to finish up. If the
What?
Nexus finishes with the photon overcharge, he should be able to defend.
I don't know. 30 lings is a pretty tall order right now.
And he's also got 4 Phoenix, so he can lift up a few of the lings.
Yeah, but the thing is, lifting lings, the worst thing you want to do. And here, it's going to be...
I think he's okay. I don't know.
It'll be
Actually,
really weak,
gonna
even
be
if it
close.
survives. And if so...
Oh.
Oh. That micro, though.
Nope, not enough.
Yeah. Oh. He's coming back for this. He's coming back for this.
But he has to be careful because he could come back and just end up throwing away units. I mean,
But
if I were State, I'd be like,
yeah, but a Nexus with 30 HP, how tempting is that?
he's making drones, so it's not
Okay,
that tempting.
he's going for his Hydralisk style, I suppose. But
Phoenix
this
coming
is
in,
so weak.
harassing, but
He's
Spore Crawlers in
gonna kill
place.
Well, yeah, DRG's had a ton of time to prepare for the Phoenixes.
If I was State, I'd be walling off. I would surround my Nexus with cannons and another Nexus, maybe.
No, he's just gonna have a few sentries there to force field.
Phoenix coming in, trying to lift a queen. However, the Spore Crawler kind of forcing him back a little bit,
Oh,
lifting up the queen again.
that was a nice lift. It doesn't get hit by the
Gonna be
spore.
able to get it.
Yeah.
Phoenix, or there's that one red Phoenix. Oh, it gets away. Very nice control by State.
Oh, State is actually going for the Void Ray style with the Zealots, it seems.
I like it. Charge a lot. Void Ray, very powerful, especially against a Hydralisk defense.
DRG throwing down a Spire, which is typical DRG style, the Hydra into the Spire.
I'd like to see more Stargates out of State. I remember the Axiom Protoss players used to play a style on this map where they'd go like mass Void Rays.
Yeah, but usually
Templar.
that involves more than one Stargate, which is all that State has right now.
Yeah, they usually go 3 Stargates, I think,
Mhm.
right? 2 or 3. I think
Kinda-
it's 3.
Kind of weird, only one Stargate.
Templar Archive halfway done though, so we will be seeing some Templar on the map shortly. And State's got a decent a Phoenix count. I don't know. I feel like he has not seen the Spire. I feel like if he did see the Spire, he'd be preparing a little bit more aggressively for potential Muta switch. But Hydralisks are at his front door, and this is what he's got to deal with right now. Warp Gate's finishing up. He is supply blocked at the moment. Only one pylon finishes, going to give him about 3 units worth of supply. Nexus Photon Overcharge going off in the natural.
Yeah.
2 Phoenix going down.
I think DRG's unit composition is really strong here.
Yeah, and the high ground vision granted by the Overseer is going to allow him to pick away at this wall, and he's going to lose the Stargate. And if he loses the Stargate, it's going to make the potential Mutalisk transition so much stronger.
But at this point of the game, DRG would just spent all his resources on Hydra
Here we
lane.
go. Time warp going down, but the Zealots immediately getting surrounded by Zerglings, not able to close on the Hydralisk. Hydralisk microing to their best ability within the time warp. And the Lings are gone, but the Hydralisks are still here, and there's only a handful of gateway units left
Yeah.
for State.
I don't think State is going to be able to trade cost effectively here to defend.
Oh, man. Here we go. Charge-Lots trying to come down this ramp, but DRG microing those speed Hydralisks, and Zergling's able to buffer some of the damage, but not quite all of it.
DRG not even using Inspire. He's just making everything into Hydra, Zerglings, and now Roaches. He's trying to finish State off, I think.
Yeah, Sentry's Guardian Shield going off gonna give a little bit more survivability to these Zealots, but ultimately the kiting, once that initial charge has been spent, you know, the Zealots are forced to pull back because the Hydralisks are just too fast.
Actually, DRG is getting Pathogen Glands. Wants to get the Fungo going with his Roach Hydra army.
Yeah, fourth
Fungo
base finished up for DRG as well. Right now he's only mining gas. Templar Archive has also finished up. We do have Storm on the way, and we do see our first few Templar warping onto the map. Zergling's poking the front to check the composition of State. DRG sees a few Archons, he sees the Zealots, but he's not... he doesn't know if they're Templar with Storm. And right now there are a few Templar, but they do not have the energy for Storm.
And what DRG is doing now is just maxing on Roach Hydra and attacking, not even making use of the Pathogen Glands. He knows versus just Mass Zealots, his Roach Hydra max is going to be really strong. And here we can see he's trading very well.
Oh, and Storm is not done just yet. State forced to morph those 4 Templar into Archons, but 1 Void Ray, 3 Archons remain, 2 more Archons about to join the fight.
Things are looking pretty grim.
But DRG, 100 supply ahead, just has way too much for State to handle, pushing up the ramp into the natural State, desperately warping in a handful of sentries in order to try to block off the ramp, but DRG shifting his focus to the third base, gonna finish off that Nexus which escaped him earlier in the game. Roaches and Hydras nuzzling up against the wall to reduce the surface area from the Zealots, and State is forced to tap out. Unfortunately, that is it for State in this tournament. DRG will be moving on, I guess, to play the loser of Flash Curious. And
too bad. State
yeah,
being one of the only NA players.
So next game up on this stream will be San versus Revival, which I believe is another PvZ. Right? San plays Protoss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
San is really good, actually. I think he's pretty underrated. And Revival...
He kind of, like, disappeared for a while. I remember... Wasn't he the player that, like, got High Templar nerfed? Like, he used to abuse the Kai Darren amulet upgrade.
Yeah, I
and
heard
Blizzard was like, this guy's too strong, man. We gotta take this upgrade away from him. He used to be able to warp in storms. I miss those days. I wasn't good enough at the time to appreciate how overpowered that was.
Yeah.
But I remember it.
Pretty sure a lot of Zergs were angry with that.
Zergs, imagine how the Terrans felt. It's like...
Oh, that's true too.
They'd kill your army and then, like, take 10 steps, and it's like you just warped in 10 more High Templar and killed their whole army. But, yeah, so that's it for State. Unfortunately, that is going to end his tournament run. We will potentially be seeing more of DRG later on in the tournament. But up next, San versus Revival. San versus Revival coming up next on the stream. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned.